Hey, purchasing students, how are you? Welcome to week 7. Getting through our semester here. Say hello to my cow. Wanted to just review what we're doing in week 7 as opposed to doing vocabulary words and a quiz. I have 3 separate assignments that I'm giving you. We're getting into chapter 6 and chapter 8. And as you can see, we are starting to get involved with some math problems. So just wanted to discuss a few of these with you. The first assignment has to do with the inventory turnover rate, and that's on page 123 in your book. It's chapter 6. When you read through this document in the coursework section in Blackboard, will explain to you what the inventory turnover rate is. And basically this has to do with making sure that you're constantly rotating your inventory and you're going through your inventory and turning it over. So first of all, that you're not having too much inventory, because when you have too much inventory, that costs you money. And just making sure that you're going through the product in a timely manner. So there's a math equation that can be done to kind of come up with a number figure to show you how many times you turn your inventory over in 1 year. And it's pretty simple once you understand the process. And that's what it explains here in this section. Typically, you're looking for your inventory to turn over about 20 to 25 times a year. So about twice a month, if you want to look at it that way. So in order to figure out how many times you are turning it over, what you do is you take your beginning of the year inventory, how much your inventory costs at the beginning of the year in dollar amounts, and then you figure out what your ending inventory is. How much dollars of inventory do you have at the end of the year? Okay. You add those two together and then you divide it by 2. That gives you the average cost of your inventory throughout the year. Then, in order to figure out the inventory turnover rate, you take your annual cost of goods sold, meaning how much product did you sell during the year in a dollar amount, and you divide that by your average inventory. That's that first number that we just calculated, and that gives you the rate. So the example that I have here, let's say our annual cost of goods sold was $250,000. That's how much we spent on inventory throughout the year. At the beginning of the year, we had $12,000 worth of inventory. At the end of the year, we had $8,000 in inventory. We add the 12 and the 8 together, the 12,000 and the 8 together. We divide that by 2, and that gives us $10,000. So on average, we have $10,000 worth of inventory at any given time throughout the year. Then what we do is we take the $250,000, because that's how much we spent total for the year, and we divide it by 10,000, and that gives us an inventory turnover rate of 25. So we turned over our inventory 25 times throughout the year. That's perfect. That's exactly what you want. So the question here in this assignment is, I have a question for you at the bottom. It's an example. So compute the following. If your beginning inventory is 15,000 and your ending inventory is 12,000 and your cost of goods sold is 325,000, what is your inventory rate? So in the text submission box here in Blackboard, please type out the math that you're doing in order to come up with that inventory rate, okay? So again, just a very simple mathematical equation that should be done on a yearly basis so that an establishment knows that they're properly overturning their inventory, okay? As always, just yell if you have any questions. Thanks all. Bye.